Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Come travel with me from Canada to Bangladesh. Starbucks, as usual, spelled my name wrong, but I don't really care at this point. So, Toronto Airport is quite familiar to me. Honestly, I've been there quite a few times. And look, U of A banner at Toronto Airport. Yay! Anyways, I had to move from Terminal 1 to Terminal 3, and I had to take this train to go there because that is where the check-in counters for Biman Bangladesh is. Yes, I was traveling with Biman Bangladesh. I was very excited. I was very curious. So as soon as I went to Terminal 3, I started walking towards the check-in counter, hoping that I'd be one of the first people to, queue up. But look at the queue. I mean, I thought I was smart that I'd go to the check-in counters 4 hours before the flight so that I'd be one of the first people to cross the check-in and probably change my seat. But I think everybody else is just as smart or like more smart than me. And here I was sitting in the waiting area while the crew members prepared the flight, and they were announcing in Bangla. It felt so nostalgic, honestly. And this is the aircraft that we'd be traveling in. It's vast, I must say. And that's how the plane looks from the inside. I was already kind of happy with where my seat was. It was supposed to be a window seat, but then I got an aisle one. Anyways, I was happy about it. I'm not complaining. The leg space was also pretty good, and they started off with some fruit juice and some drinks, and this is how their screen looks like. I don't know whether it matters, but just for the review, they had pretty good selections of Bangla and English and Hindi movies. This is the first meal that they offered. It had coleslaw, a fruit cake, and rice and some veggies. The flight initially took us from Toronto to Istanbul, but the passengers weren't allowed to deplane. Also, this was just when the plane was undergoing a turbulence. And I highly recommend Biman Bangladesh to start operating direct flights from Vancouver to Dhaka. I mean, it's not even that far away. See, that's Dhaka, and you just have to cross the Pacific, and there it is. There is Vancouver. This is the second meal. I think it was a breakfast right before we landed in Istanbul. And yeah, just I guess 47 more minutes to Istanbul. This is the third meal overall. It had, I think, couscous and some chicken and vegetables. And at this point, I was so exhausted. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't even sleepy. So I started playing this game. And right before landing into Dhaka, they offered us this sandwich and some drinks. And yay, 19 more minutes to Dhaka. Overall, I'd say the service was